got a loud voice. We gather here today on the traditional land of the Nipmuc people, a people with a long and enduring connection to this land. We acknowledge their history and we honor and respect the many diverse indigenous people connected to this land on which we now gather. We pay respect to indigenous people past and present and honoring the land itself which remains sacred. Thank you.
On behalf of the graduating class, I would like to begin our graduation ceremony with gratitude. Thank you to our teachers who believed in us, our families who supported us, the students at NEIA for sharing this wonderful community with us, and to my fellow graduates for the friendship, the laughter, the growth we've shared. Today is a celebration of all that we've become and all that we are about to discover. We are ready and we are grateful.
Thank you, Lance Langston and Owen. I'm pleased and honored to invite our next speaker to the podium. Jean Jones and I go way back, as the saying goes. I first met her at an alumni event during my tenure as head of school at Concord Academy, and our friendship has grown since then. I have deep admiration for Jean, for her commitment to education, her devotion to her family, and her extraordinary faith in this school. And by that I mean her faith in all of you, the students, families, and school staff who make our mission come to life every day. She will always deflect such praise, but NEIA would not be what it is without Jean Jones. Please join me in welcoming NEIA co-founder and chair of the Board of Trustees, Jean Jones.
Thank you very much, Rick. That was a lovely introduction. Not deserved, but thank you very much. Trying to find my page here. There we go. Good morning. I'd like to give a special welcome to some very honored guests we have here, to the Mayor of Marlborough, Chris Dumais, to the head of the Marlborough Chamber of Commerce, Michelle Mercier, and to our dear friend and special advisor from Babson College, Amir Reza. Good morning, families, NEIA staff, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2025. I am reminded of Jane's speech last year to the Vanguard class of 2024. I'm delighted to inform you that we have quite a number of them who have come back for graduation. Prior to composing her speech, Jane asked her son Jerry, what makes good graduation remarks? His very quick and astute response was, brevity. To that end, I intend to make this a great speech. Every graduating class has a special character. This year's class is no exception, and the adjective I would use to describe them is exceptional. Exceptionally driven, exceptionally hardworking, exceptionally talented, exceptionally creative, exceptionally kind, and exceptionally fun. This campus will not be the same without you, and the whole community will miss you greatly. You are leaving us and entering a world of rapid change, one that requires continuous learning, where your ability to innovate, engage with diverse perspectives, apply an entrepreneurial mindset, and stay curious, all skills that you have honed here at NEIA, will serve as the foundation of your success. The resilience and confidence it has been our privilege to watch you develop will stand you in good stead. I have only one request of you. Don't forget us. Stay in touch, come back to see us often, but more importantly, share your experiences with us. Tell us where your NEIA education has served you well and where we need to improve. To quote our good friend Ardeen Bashimov, feedback is love. Please continue to show your love by helping us serve our students better. In conclusion, I would like to extend my most sincere and heartfelt thanks to Rick Hardy for stepping into the breach and providing a steady hand on the tiller when the seas were stormy. We are forever grateful, and we look forward to your continued guidance as senior advisor to the board in the years to come. And of course, we are delighted to welcome Durga Suresh Menon as our new head of school on July 1st. We are looking forward to great growth and excitement with Durga at the helm. As part of her onboarding, Durga has been holding meetings with each of our 27 graduates. All have reflected that the best aspect of NEIA is our staff, teachers, administrators, operations staff. To our excellent team, we extend our gratitude and appreciation for the amazing work that you do. Class of 2025, we salute you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Jean. I'd like to begin by sharing a message from founder and trustee Jane Dube. Dear NEIA family, warmest congratulations to the NEIA class of 2025. To all the parents, thank you for entrusting your children to NEIA and giving us the privilege of accompanying them on their journey of learning and growth. As one of the school's founders, I am deeply honored. To our graduates, high school graduation marks the beginning of your adulthood, a time when you will encounter a rapidly changing world filled with conflicting values. Today, few nations remain untouched by global challenges, and many people around the world continue to live under the shadow of war and hardship. On this heartfelt graduation day, I sincerely hope you will reflect on an important question. What can I do to make life better for those around me and for those who are still suffering? I come from China, and I would like to share with you a traditional Chinese ideal. Over 2,000 years ago, Confucius, or perhaps one of his disciples, wrote the Great Harmony chapter in the Book of Rites, describing a Chinese vision for the world. A world of great harmony, where the world is shared by all, where resources are fairly distributed, where morality guides behavior, where there is no class oppression, where humans live in harmony with nature, and where peace is sustained not by coercion, but by shared values. This has been the ultimate ideal for the Chinese people for thousands of years. And while it may seem difficult to achieve in today's world, I firmly believe that if each of us starts with ourselves, if we begin now working to improve ourselves and support those around us, then we are already helping to build a world of great harmony. When we join a school, an organization, or a community, and through our efforts make it a better place, we are living this ideal. And if more and more people around the world experience such harmony in their daily lives, the vision of a truly harmonious world can be achieved. A harmonious world is not some distant dream. It lives in what we choose to do every day. I look forward to seeing many young people from NEIA take action and contribute to this vision. Thank you. Jane Dew. Today is a great day, one that for the class of 2025 marks the conclusion of one journey and the beginning of another. These students have worked hard to get here, both in the classroom and beyond it, but as is always true, they did not get here on their own. They had the help and support of several important groups of people along the way. First, our founders and trustees, whose vision for and faith in this school brought it into being, and whose ongoing commitment of time, energy, and resources continues to shape the path into NEIA's future. Please join me in recognizing our founders and trustees. Second, their fellow students in the middle and upper schools who have cheered for them, learned from them, and looked up to them. Especially the class of 2026, who I expect have been taking careful notes before they take on the leadership of the school next year. Let's hear it for these seniors' fellow students, particularly the class of 2026. Third, the teachers and staff who have supported, guided, and inspired these students during their time here at NEIA. We are grateful to you for your presence, your commitment, and your care. Please join me in expressing our thanks for NEIA's teachers and staff. And finally, the families of the class of 2025. The parents, guardians, grandparents, siblings, cousins, aunts, and uncles who are with us either in person or virtually. You have been there throughout these students' journeys, and we are grateful for your faith and your partnership. Please join me in applause for the families of the class of 2025. You, the class of 2025, have shown us many things over the course of this year. You've been mindful of your vital role in fostering NEIA's sense of community, of belonging, and we are deeply grateful to you. You remind us that education is not a competition, but a collaboration. You have taken care both to honor your collective identity and to assert your individuality. You have shown us the meaning of these years at NEIA is not contained in a thick or thin envelope from this or that university, but in the way that these years have expanded your field of vision, deepened your understanding of yourselves, and empowered you to reach beyond your grasp. You've been visible and present each and every day, whether speaking at morning assembly or carving a pumpkin or meeting others' eyes as you say hello. You have shown us that being present is a commitment that inspires everyone around you. You have shown us that joy is a vital part of living and learning, whether you're leading a snowball fight to mark the first snowfall of the year or enfolding one another with hugs and smiles upon returning from a school break, or enlivening lunch period from your preferred tables in the center of the cafeteria. Your joy has permeated the community and made all of our hearts a little lighter. You have also shown what it is to lead with care, to be mindful every day of your responsibility as the leaders of the student body. Last Friday, as you departed from NEIA after your last class, you were met by warm applause and not a few tears by your fellow students, staff members, and trustees. There are certainly many words to describe this class of 2025, but in that moment, the word that seemed most fitting is beloved. Last night, as I listened to you speak about what brought you to NEIA, I was struck by how many of your stories revolved around freedom, how you needed it, advocated for it, and then made the very most of it. I've been affiliated with some very good schools over the course of my career in education, and I can tell you that the idea that strikes fear in the hearts of most school administrators is freedom. Freedom is scary, something that needs to be carefully managed, and preferably only for a brief period of time. Perhaps in the 11th or 12th grade, and even then only in special circumstances. What I heard from all of you last evening was an affirmation of what is essential to this school. For what you have done with this opportunity is extraordinary. You have shown what is possible when a school embraces what a teaching colleague of mine once described as skating where the ice is thin. To try something without knowing whether it's going to work. To break something and then have to figure out how to fix it. To dig deep into the unknown to discover what is essential and alive. You've shown us what's possible, and we will remember. And we'll do our best to build upon what you've done. This is our promise to you. While it is very hard to imagine this school without you, we know that a part of you will always remain at NEIA, and we hope that NEIA will always be a part of you. Here's to the class of 2025. It is my pleasure now to introduce our student speaker. When I asked my colleagues to describe Ileana Fournier to me, here are some of what they said. Ileana is a dedicated, ambitious, and responsible student with a strong work ethic. Her determination and organizational skills allow her to excel in her studies and pursue her goals with unwavering focus. A diligent and self-aware person, she continually strives to improve herself. Or this, Ileana is a true volunteer queen, always seeking opportunities to serve her community. Ileana's passion for entrepreneurship and innovation has grown significantly since she joined NEIA. Her ability to think critically and creatively has enabled her to successfully tackle complex problems and develop innovative solutions. Her calm and determined approach to getting tasks completed was invaluable to me as a faculty member. Ileana is a trusted and reliable member of the community whose quiet and strong leadership inspired others. Ileana is a powerful presence in the classroom. She's often the first to volunteer to help with a demonstration and frequently takes a leadership role because she is not afraid to make mistakes. And finally this. Ileana brings more than intelligence to the table. She's a leader in every role she plays and works to lift her peers. We are delighted that we have the opportunity to hear Ileana speak to us today. Please welcome Ileana Fournier.
That's better. Okay. Thank you. These two words hold great significance to the class of 2025, or now better known as the Blueberries. Starting with gratitude is a tradition that began with the founding students and leaders of NEIA's robotics team around this time last year, during their end-of-year recap to the board. They opened with thank you, and the line unexpectedly stood out, especially after received a lot of praise during last year's graduation. And after that, starting with gratitude became a kind of playful pleasantry in our grade. We began including it before every Innovation Studio presentation, often filling the slides with funny gifs of people saying thank you. But eventually, without us even realizing it, gratitude became the first thing that came to mind when we thought about our graduating class. So much so that this very ceremony was modified to begin with gratitude. So with that, I'd like to begin where we always begin, with thanks. Thank you to the board for your dedication. Thank you to teachers and staff, our mentors, for seeing potential in us when we wavered. Thank you to our families. Your love and support are the reasons we're all here today. To my parents, thank you the most. You never gave me any idea there was anything I could not do or anyone I could not become. Making you proud is what drives me to reach every milestone. And of course, thank you to the class of 2025. When I first came to NEIA, I never imagined I would meet and grow so close to such incredible, talented people. Thank you for your friendship, your unforgettable memories, and your constant laughter. You are what made NEIA so special for me. But to be filled with this much gratitude means we have to remember both the good and the not so good. You have to remember in order to truly appreciate. Being part of a class this tight-knit and involved in so many ways means there's a lot to reflect on. Like earlier this fall at Mara Vista, when we were hiking up the mountain to set up camp, we were all so excited to share our stories from our summers that our guide had to gently remind us to be quiet and take in the nature around us. That silence lasted maybe 5 minutes before we were back at it again. And yet, some of my favorite memories from these past 4 years are the quietest ones. When we weren't doing anything extravagant, often just sitting in circles, playing cards, talking, or listening to music. Those moments will always be my favorite. Moments where we were just existing comfortably together. It reminds me how lucky I am to be part of a graduating class like this, where anyone can be themselves and it's accepted, always unconditionally. That brings to mind a quote from the American philosopher and poet, Ralph Waldo Emerson. People destined to meet will do so, apparently by chance, at precisely the right moment. When I think about Emerson's words, I can't help but feel like that's exactly what happened with the class of 2025. Somehow, in a world filled with randomness and unpredictability, we all found our way here. To this school, to each other, at just the right time. Maybe it was chance, but what matters is that we met. And in meeting, we built something rare. We're people who move and create with intention. We learn from our mistakes, from each other, and from the world around us. And I'm proud to be a part of that. I hope the connections we built continue long after we walk across this stage. So, as we step into the next stages of our lives, toward new challenges and milestones, I hope you carry 2 things with you. 1, lead with gratitude. And 2, always remember. Remember where you came from, remember what you've grown from, and remember who you want to become. It is my absolute honor to be one of the first to say, congratulations, class of 2025. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ileana. At this time, please welcome Lila Lewandowski, who will introduce our guest speaker. Lila?
Hi, everyone. Good morning. Congratulations to my peers. I've been given a commendable honor to introduce our guest speaker. However, her role has been anything but a guest in our lives these past 4 years. Our grade unanimously nominated her to speak for us today, and that should tell you a lot because we don't often come to a group consensus. She was there for us through all of our days. Whether we were skipping, jogging, dragging our feet, or practically crawling through her door, Jen took note. Because she cared, you would be leaving with a couple jokes, laughs, obviously new math skills, and luckily not too much homework. Despite teaching moody teenagers all day, and having a personal life of her own, she always shows up with a smile and encouraging voice. Personally, she is a woman I look up to as level-headed, strong, intelligent, and most importantly, a genuine soul. She will never truly know how much we love her, and there is no one we trust more to send us off than our beloved Jen Dolan. It is my honor to invite her to the podium.
Thank you, Lila, for that introduction, and I'm so grateful that I got to hear that in rehearsal yesterday. Otherwise, I would be bawling uncontrollably already. Good morning, fellow teachers and staff, members of the board, proud friends and families, and most importantly, the class of 2025. I am humbled and honored to be here speaking to you today. 4 years ago, I did the bravest and maybe the craziest thing I've ever done in my career. I accepted a job without meeting any colleagues or students. We began the journey as strangers, heading up to Croca for orientation. I have never been on such a quiet bus ride in all of my life. But by the time we came back, something had shifted. Laughter filled the air, in part because of all the crazy things that happened over those 2 days, but also because new friendships were beginning to form. That first trip set the tone for the years to come: growth, transformation, and the beginning of something special. Not everyone who started that journey with you stayed for all 4 years, yet your class, this remarkable group of 27, welcomed each new member with open arms in grades 10, 11, and even 12. It's a testament to who you are: inclusive, generous, and grounded in community. You didn't just let people join, you made sure they belonged. When I was invited to give this speech, I joked that I might just show up with a whiteboard and teach one more calculus lesson. But as I thought more seriously about it, I asked myself, what do I really hope that you'll remember in 5, 10, 25 years from now? And surprise, it's not the math. At least, not exactly, but there are life lessons from our math classroom that I hope will stay with you. 1, progress isn't always linear. It would be easy if it was, wouldn't it? But real progress often looks more like a sine wave. Up and down, forward and back, it's the upward trend that matters, not that there aren't dips and setbacks along the way. In fact, learning is often asymptotic, getting closer and closer to who you want to be without ever really being done. Your mistakes aren't failures. They're where true understanding begins. The beauty is in the learning curve, not the shortcut, which brings me to number 2. Confidence is key, especially when setbacks are inevitable. The fear of math is real. I've had tears from more than one of the graduates as they grew frustrated when the learning didn't come easy at first. I hope that what you have learned from me is that yes, you should strive for excellence, but also give yourself grace. Care deeply about your work, and at the same time know when it is time to take a step back, breathe, and trust what you've learned. I've always valued how you show up for challenges, not whether or not everything comes perfectly. That's where growth happens because, number 3, it's more about the journey than the destination. The road you took to get here matters just as much as the cap and gown you're wearing today. Beyond school, life gets messy. You'll face problems with no clear answers, and sometimes you'll have to start over. So stay curious. Ask big questions. When teaching math, I always want my students to understand the why and not just the how. That lesson applies well beyond the math classroom. Don't just follow the steps, understand why the steps matter. 4, remember to have fun. If someone were to walk through NEIA's halls on a random day, they'd hear laughter and lively discussions. They'd see students working hard, but also enjoying themselves. One of the things that I love most about the class of 2025 is that they take their work very seriously, but without taking themselves too seriously. Community is a key part of learning and growing. We retain more, push harder, and take bigger risks when we're surrounded by people who lift us up and make us smile. You all made me smile every day, and I thank you for that. And finally, lesson 5. You can do hard things because you already have. What you've accomplished here is extraordinary. You've started businesses, starred in productions, won competitions, but even more impressive is who you've become. Kind, generous, curious, funny, quirky in all the best ways, and deeply authentic. That's what really matters. That's what people will remember about you. So yes, go on and do all the things, win all of the awards, launch all the ventures, but do it as the people you've grown into here. Bring those values with you and let them shape the spaces you walk into. Thank you for taking this leap with me. I can't imagine having done it with anyone but you. You've brought me laughter, joy, and the kind of challenges that have made me a better teacher. One of you recently said, "Jen, you've been in a 4-year committed relationship with the class of 2025. And honestly, that sounds about right. No class will ever again be the one I started a school with. That bond is something I'll carry with me always. I will miss you all tremendously, but I won't say good luck because you don't need it. Just keep being your brilliant, authentic, amazing selves. That will be more than enough. Thank you.
Thank you, Jen. At this time, I invite Tamara Smith, Director of the Upper School, to the microphone. Tamara.
Good morning. It is the moment you have all been waiting for. It is now time to confer diplomas for the class of 2025. Would the first group please stand and move to the stairs? You're going to hear a little rivalry as we practiced standing in unison yesterday. Well done, Group 1. Nolan Peter Anderson. Gabriel Russell Ayan. I would now like to invite staff member Camp to the stage to present the next diploma. Grady Taylor Camp. Jacob Burgess Edelman. Ileana Diomi Fournier. Garen David Grievers. Maxwell Leo Hunt. Melina Christina Renata Insani. Samuel Ian Jackson. Would the second group please stand and move to the stage? That group won yesterday, so. Ethan Rafael Martinez Jorda. Catherine Minju Jung. Victoria Rosemary Leith. Lillian June Lewandowski. Jessie Desiree Majenyi. Sydney Denman Maroney. Cherry Shooting May. Laura Helena Mokshitsky. Owen Daniel O'Brien. Would the third group please stand and move to the stage? Gerardo Quiroga. Langston Macy Gima Reed. I would like to invite staff member Melissa to the stage to present the next diploma. Alexander Raphael Remley. Charlotte Amelia Robinson. Maya Victoria Rosenzweig. Olive Perkins Vierland. Adrian Maxwell Winkler. Eddie Sing Jian Zhao. Kevin Shu Quin Zhou. Please join me in one final round of applause for the class of 2025.
We have one final bit of business. I'd like to invite our graduates to assemble here at the front. Before graduation, the tassel on your cap is placed on the right side, symbolizing your time as students at New England Innovation Academy. As you move the tassel to the left, you confirm your new status as a high school graduate. At this time, I ask our graduates to join in this time-honored tradition. Not to sound anticlimactic, but I present to you the class of 2025. Please join us and the graduates in the hub. Thank you.